Hello out there, and welcome to the Danny.
And Rihanna Show. This is Danny Pena, Rihanna's husband.
And this is Rihanna Manuel Pena, Danny's wife. And Danny, we are no longer homeowners.
As you can see, we're in a different locations. This is not our house, so temporary spot. But yeah, it's official. We're no longer living at our old place. Now we are at a rental spot until the end of this year. But it's exciting. I know we've been talking about it for a long time. We've been doing research for a while, and this is the first step of many things to come.
Yes, that is right. So today we're going to talk about our move out and how that went, how it felt, some hiccups that we ended up enduring, but all in all, what it has been like working with international movers as opposed to, local or even cross-country movers, and our thoughts on the whole process.
Yeah, let me tell you, it was a very easy process. I know you did the setup of working with them and booking and everything, but I was working with them inside the house once they arrived, and it was very easy. And they actually were showing me videos of previous customers that they work with that they were also was shipping stuff international. I think the furthest one that I've heard from them was the Philippines, and that was like the most recent one. It took them like I believe like 3 or 4 days just to get everything out of the house. And because we were talking about shipping PCs and so on, like how's that process? He's like, oh, we've done that many times. Our previous one, we sent PCs and the same monitor that you have to the Philippines. He showed me the setup because they were showing me like the video and everything. I was like, wow, that's a lot of monitors and computers, So
Yeah, and those
because they were
wide,
also
extra
gonna
wide curved monitors are tricky to put in a box.
very tricky, very tricky. Yeah, and he's also shown me other ones of like people that moved to like Germany. Another person went to Dominican Republic and other places in Europe. New Zealand is another spot too. And I felt really comfortable seeing their work, how they managed to pack things up for my house, and also seeing other accounts that other customers they work with. They were showing me pictures and videos. I was like, they're legit. They're really good at what they're doing, and plus they've been doing it for over a decade. I think
Yeah.
one person been doing it for 15 years, another one for like 20. So they're legit. They're very legit. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them. And yes, global relocations, they have treated us so well so far. And as we've mentioned in previous videos, if you haven't checked that out, please do. We got their information from a search. We contacted them. They did a virtual tour of our home. So we showed them all of our stuff on our little camera phones
Hmm.
and they estimated how much space we would need. We ended up using very little space, like half of a standard 40-foot moving truck. And is that right? 40? No, sorry. 40 foot?
I didn't remember
Or
it
is it
was
20
40
foot?
foot, but it was
20 maybe. We used
okay.
about half of a normal moving truck. And yeah, it took the better part of a day. So the way it happened on the day of is ahead of time they let us know they would be showing up somewhere between, I think it was like 8 and 9 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So we made sure that I was over there at the house, ready for them to walk up. They came right around 8:30, and
Uh-huh.
we first did a walkthrough. We started at the top floor, our former house. It feels so good to say that. Our former house is 3 levels, including the garage and the front entry space on the first level. So top level is the bedrooms, middle level is the kitchen, dining, and Danny's office, and another bathroom, and then the ground floor is our garage and entry. So we
Uh-huh.
started off at the top floor. I let them know, hey, this is a pile of stuff that we need marked specially to open first because we're going to need it as soon as we get our things. And if you've never done a move where someone else is packing for you, pro tip, make sure you have an open first box or section of boxes because there's always those few things that you need before you can do everything else. For us, it's a lot of our office and bathroom stuff that we're gonna need day
Uh-huh.
one as soon as we get everything, and some of our stuff for Violet, of course, like our crib and things like that. So we had an open first section. I let them know clearly what that is. They asked how we want all of our boxes labeled, but they also gave some suggestions on what to label things versus what not to label things because we are specifically moving with a lot of electronics and things that we um we need for work. and collectibles that we have from all of our clients and all of the coverage that we've done as creators. We wanted to make sure that it was clear that's decor. We're not trying to sell this stuff, right? We're not opening an electronics store or a video game collectible store. This is going in our home. We own it. It's our personal belongings. So they made sure to tell us to label things that way, right? Like, this isn't electronics, this is office, and this isn't collectibles, this is decor, because that's what it is. That's how we use it. So they gave us some really good tips like that along the way. And that helped a lot because then we have less friction that we could look forward to at aduanas or import taxes. So we went through everything in the different rooms. He said, "Do you want all of this stuff labeled like versus for the room? Like, is this bedroom or is this closet or is this baby stuff?" Like, we went through all the different ways we could label things so we can find it quickly when we get there, when we get our things back. Because if you can imagine, 4-ish months from now, we might forget what we called everything. So we did that. We went through the next floor, talked about all the places of things that we do want to keep versus what's garbage. We had a lot of things that we were, I want to say trashing, but offloading. A lot of it went to donation. And there's a lot of kitchen stuff, for instance, we're not keeping. We're going to start over with a lot of our kitchen. We've already talked about the fact that we're starting over with a lot of our furniture, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
pass it over to Danny for a story about how we offloaded a lot of the furniture in just a second. And then talked about what are the really special things that we have, like our family heirlooms and keepsakes that we wanted to be marked extra fragile, as well as Danny mentioned the computer stuff, which needs to be taken care of, really especially for the office too. So we went through everything that they were going to pack. We talked about how we wanted baxed, how we wanted labeled, how close to the front of the truck we wanted it to sit so we could get to it in the right order. Like, we went through everything with them. And it was a good 40 minutes of just talking through the plan, which helped so, so much because as the day gets going, they are moving so fast. And they came with 3 people, so it's not possible to be in every room to see everything get packed up. And they
Mm-hmm.
can come and ask questions, but they want to get things done, right? So it's important to know what they're going to do, what the plan is before they get started so they can just jam.
Yeah, it is interesting. I have a couple pictures of me driving around all over LA doing donations and drop off and all kinds of stuff. So what I was doing is going to like places like Goodwill, uh, driving around in my Tesla Model Y. Now, what I did, I had to put all the seats down to pack up as many things as possible there. So, like, we give away like shelves. There was like cases, pillows, all kinds of stuff there, right?
A couch,
And
an
a
ottoman.
couch. Yeah, yeah. So we did that a couple of times, and everything worked out. I know the last time I was in the house, I left the house like around maybe 11 at night. I got home here at the new place because there was so much stuff to do, like cleaning and so on. I'm gonna show you another picture. I believe this is another one where it's like a little a small couch that we took. Here, I put this. I put a rug, all kinds of stuff, and I dropped it off at Goodwill. So whoever gets it, hey, it's brand new stuff. Because we're not gonna take this to Dominican Republic. We felt like it was important for us to start from scratch and buy furniture over there. Especially with couches and beds. I think we did decide to take our mattress because we love our
Yes.
mattress.
Oh my gosh. And it's an
Yeah,
expensive one too.
a
And
very expensive
we
mattress.
both
Yeah,
have back problems. So it's really
yeah.
important.
Yeah, yeah. So we managed to take that to DR. It was heavy, and plus it was in the 3rd floor, so we had to like take it all the way down. Like I helped the movers because it was just too big, So, but yeah, overall it was interesting. Like the whole process, doing that, dropping off and so on. There was no questions. I even dropped off like pans and like spoons, utensils. All I dropped off everything off at Goodwill too for that. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was cool. It was
Yeah,
cool.
and
Thank God I
something
took some
else that
pictures. Took some pictures
yeah,
there. Yeah.
something else that was really helpful for us offloading things, and I talked about this a little bit in other videos and some of my social media posts, but I also am very frequent in the buy nothing groups on Facebook in any neighborhood we live in. So we were previously living in Van Nuys. So I was in the buy nothing Van Nuys group, and I would post things like we had extra baby stuff, we had old diapers that didn't fit anymore that we used a couple, and then we had the box just sitting in a hallway. We
Hmm.
had plates and bowls and glassware and all kinds of stuff that we just didn't want to keep with us. We kept things that really matter to us, like some of, like I said, our more special mugs or things that we have, like the ones with the pictures of our kids and our family all over it. But for a majority of the stuff, especially in the kitchen, we let it go. And those buy nothing groups on Facebook, shout out to them because they're fantastic. And they're always going to a place that can really use them. And it's
Hmm.
not going to just sit on a shelf and get thrown away a few months later, perhaps if nobody's interested in purchasing it, like at a Goodwill. What's really nice about those buy nothing groups is it's people who really need that stuff right now. And so shout out to all the people who responded to my buy nothing posts and got all my extra nail polish that I got rid of and
Hmm.
all kinds of things. I think one of them was even like a giant blanket. We're like, we don't need this huge, heavy blanket when we moved to Dominican Republic for obvious
Hmm.
reasons. So shout out to the Buy Nothing groups and to the people who administrate them. That is really, really helpful. And it always feels good to give it to people who can really, really put it to use. And also it's free. So it's a really great solution. We actually got a couple things off of Facebook as well for our son, who is arriving in a couple of months. And that
Hmm.
genuine exchange is really, really helpful. And yeah, just wanted to say shout out to the Facebook groups for that additional resource in moving things quickly and getting them to people
Hmm.
who really need them.
Yeah, and for those that haven't missed the previous video that I posted on YouTube, make sure that it's there. It's not available on the podcast. It's just on YouTube, where I also packed up both of our PCs. It took me some time to figure things out. I used like a special foam. I put it like in a certain area, make sure that it's popped, and then it grows. And I
Can you
covered as
explain
much as
why? Because
possible.
there might be people who don't understand the reasoning
Yeah,
behind this.
so there's a very expensive equipment inside of your PC. So like the GPUs, coolers, and all that stuff in there. It's important to protect as much as you can. I know there was people telling me that I should remove the graphics card out of the computer, but I am not that technical. But I know there's others like, hey, if you could protect as much as possible and you ship it like that. Plus, the more important to besides protect the inside is also the outside. If there's not a lot of movement, your computer will be safe. But if
Yeah.
you just
So you're
keep
just
it,
keeping the parts from wobbling around
yeah,
inside.
yeah. Because remember, we received these PCs. They sent this to us because we got it from the companies like yours. We actually purchased yours, and mine's was sent from a company, and they both were shipped. And it came exactly like this, very safe. Rare protected box package, and it arrived safe. So that's something that I was like, okay, I have to do the same exact thing. Let me do some research, watch some videos, and yeah. Let's see in December if it's good or not. We'll figure it out. But because the thing is, the graphics card is very very expensive nowadays. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have my fingers crossed, and I think everything is gonna be fine. Everything's
Yeah.
gonna be fine. I did as much as I can, but make sure to check out the video because I posted it on our YouTube channel, the whole process of how I did it and everything. So this is a one PC, and this is the second PC. This is a Reed. See, this is the thing I was trying to protect is that graphics card in the middle right here. Very very important. Very
Yes.
very important. Yeah,
Very
very
important.
expensive
And
too.
if you're unaware, not as technical, graphics cards and RAM or DRAM are very pricey these days, in the thousands per part, for many
Yeah.
different reasons, which we're not going to get into on this show. But
Hmm.
yes, that is an investment, just like a really expensive mattress or all of our priceless collectibles. So speaking of things that are going to go right, right, we'll manifest that for ourselves. A couple
Mhm.
of things did go not as according to plan. So
Yes, yes.
there, the biggest one that stands out for me, and this is of course no fault of the moving company, is that we had to actually step out so that the new home buyers could come in to do final check and final inspections while the movers were packing. This was because of a mix-up in scheduling, and it was unavoidable. It was the only time everything could happen was the same day. So
Yeah.
we actually had to leave for about an hour and change, almost 2 hours. And during that time, some really specific things got packed up. So one of those things was our filing cabinet where we keep all of our important documents and all of our health records and our birth certificates. And I kind of needed those. I was going to. My plan was to go into that cabinet and grab those once they had moved everything out of the room that was in front of it so I could get to it. But the timing worked out where it got packed up while we were out. And so unfortunately, I do have to get replacement birth certificates for myself and for our daughter. But it is what it is. It's
It
just one
is
of
what it
those
is.
things.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
hiccups for
that
you?
just like the taking the stuff to like Goodwill and other places for donations, and like you said, a lot of people came also to our area to pick up some of the items, through Facebook Marketplace, I think it's called, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So,
two, Facebook Marketplace, but then also Buy Nothing on
oh, buy
Facebook.
nothing. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one too. So just that, it was just a lot, and we only
Yeah.
had a certain limit of time to do everything. Also, there was one weekend, on a Saturday morning. We went to a very special appointment. And I was wondering if it's okay to just show one picture of what we have to
Sure.
end the show. Is that okay?
Yes, but let's wrap up the moving topic
Yeah,
first.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't know how to start it, but go ahead.
It's a really hard left there. So
Yeah,
Danny's
yeah.
excitement aside, we are very, very happy with how the moving process went. So far, right? The pack up process felt really safe. They actually ticketed every single box and bag that they put on that truck with a number. So we had, I think it was 91 or 92 items and wrote
Mhm,
what's in each one of them. So there's like a really detailed ledger of what we have in every single box. So we know everything is accounted for, which is a huge peace of mind. But also, for insurance purposes, it's important to know what is where and to make sure that it all arrives. So the next step is they have now since taken everything that is in our cube to their warehouse. And as we have mentioned before, we're storing all of our stuff for several months until it's time to ship it to DR in the winter or in the fall, I guess. So in a couple of months, we're gonna contact them again, maybe add one or two more boxes of stuff to the truck or to the
mhm,
container and then have them send it. It'll take a couple weeks and then it'll arrive in Dominican Republic, hopefully around the time we arrive. So we'll
mhm.
play with the timing there. Of course, not everything goes perfectly and we'll plan for contingencies, of course. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about this process. At any point, if we want to go see our stuff, we can. It's local. So that's a really huge bonus as well, is that this company has their storage facility nearby, so we can go to the place, get things off the container, put things on the container if we need to.
Mhm.
And there's that really huge weight off of our shoulders of the unknown because our stuff is still accessible. And it was packed so carefully and so thoroughly. So yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about it. And one more thing off the list, and now we get to practice living in Airbnbs for the next year.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited for us to now for the next thing is look. This is gonna be. There's a lot of things that we have to do before we move. Even when we move, there's a lot of other things we have to do too. So
Oh yeah,
it's a long journey, and I'm glad that we're here to talk about it and share it to our audience, and for also so they could learn the process and make it easier for them too. So,
for
because
sure.
we've been learning from a lot of other people that made this move, not only to the Dominican Republic, but also other places around the world.
Absolutely. Okay,
Mhm.
so parting gift, everyone. Danny has something he would like to share with the class.
Yes. So it was on a Saturday morning. We had a very special appointment with a little girl, Violet. The whole family went, and here's a picture of our this is something that I was very excited to do. I told Ree we have to do this before before. So this is baby boy.
Mhm. That's our little baby
Uh-huh.
boy.
He in this moment, he was smiling. First of all, he was covering his face for a long time. He didn't want to
He was
move at
ready to
all.
box.
He was
He
like,
had
"Nah,
his
I'm good. I'm
hands and
comfortable."
feet in front of his face
And
like,
feet.
"Don't look at me."
Yeah, we had to move. Rihanna moved a couple times, and then finally, I think to
Mhm.
them it was a joke. I guess I don't know, but
It
we
was
finally,
very, very sweet, and,
yeah.
they also suggested that Danny and Violet try talking to get him to move around, and it worked. He loves the sound of both of their voices, and it was really
Mhm.
beautiful to see,
Yeah.
on the live feed, just him interacting with his family, and,
Hmm.
it's such a heartwarming experience for sure.
Baby boy, very cute, very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, soon we're gonna meet.
We'll meet him real
Can't
soon.
wait.
We're getting everything
Yeah,
ready for him.
definitely, definitely. But nah, Ree, I think it's a great way to end the show. I'm actually going to Germany in a couple of days. I'm gonna be there for a whole week. There's a huge game conference. It's called Gamescom. Never been there before. The organizers of the event invited me to go. They want me to cover the event, and it's a great way also for me to see how it is flying to Europe, because if there's going to be other opportunities in the future, most likely we'll be flying from Dominican Republic to Europe. So to go to like an event like this, and it's
Yes.
also a great way for us to network to studios that we have never met before, and this will be a great opportunity for the business side. I know we have the content creation side, for the business side of DNR media consultants. So it's going to be exciting times.
Exciting times indeed. And
Hmm.
yeah, this train's going to keep rolling. Soon, we will have much, much, much more to share about our new home that we are now getting ready to build in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, and it's all really, really happening. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited than I am right now. And it may be the day we walk in, but this is really the dream taking shape, and we can't wait to share the next steps with you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, Ree, and exciting, exciting. Now, so stay tuned. We have a lot of more content coming up in the future, and I've been recording a lot of behind the scenes. Hopefully, one day I'll put everything together, from the moving and everything, and also us in DR doing the same exact thing, and release it one day to the public. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. you you'll see soon. But until next time, we're out. Take care. Thanks for watching. Make sure to
Bye.
subscribe. We're at 925. Let's go to 1,000. Let's go. We got this. Bye.